Charles Darwin was a very famous scientist. He changed the way we see the world. But his life was not always easy. This is his story. In simple English, Charles was born in England in 1809. His family was rich and well known. His mother came from the Wedgwood family. The Wedgwood family was known for pottery and business. So Charles grew up in a comfortable home. He had food, he had education. But young Charles did not love school. He loved something else. He loved nature. He collected insects, rocks, and plants. His father wanted him to be a doctor. So Charles went to study medicine. But he did not like it. The sick people made him sad. So he stopped. Then he studied to become a priest. But his heart was always in nature. He wanted to understand animals and plants. One day, Charles got a special offer. A ship called the Beagle needed a scientist. The ship would travel around the world. Charles said yes. He was only 22 years old. The journey was long, very long. It took almost 5 years. Charles saw many new places. He saw mountains, forests, and oceans. He saw animals he had never seen before, and he wrote down everything. Then the ship came to the Galápagos Islands. These islands were far from everything. On the islands, Charles saw strange animals. He saw giant tortoises. He saw small birds called finches. The birds were almost the same, but not exactly the same. On each island, their beaks were different. Charles asked himself a question. Why? Slowly, Charles found an answer. He thought that animals change over time, not in one day, not in 1 year, but over many, many years. The animals that fit their homes survive. They have babies, and they pass their strengths to the next animals. Little by little, they change. Today, we call this idea evolution. It was a big idea, maybe too big. Charles was afraid. In his time, many people believed something very different. He knew his idea would shock them. He worried people would be angry. So he kept his idea a secret. For years, he said nothing. 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. Then, one day, a letter arrived. Another scientist, named Wallace, had the same idea. Now Charles could not wait. In 1859, he shared his work. He wrote a famous book. The book was called On the Origin of Species. The book changed science forever. Some people loved it, some people hated it, but the idea did not go away. Today, Charles Darwin is one of the most famous scientists in history. A quiet man who loved nature changed the world. Thank you for watching. Follow for more easy English stories.